Good morning, Mitch Zumba here with your Monday morning alert for Monday, September 15th, 2014. Hard to believe we're towards the end of the growing season already, but we haven't been out here for a couple Mondays, and we've had 3 and 4 inches of rain. One thing when you get towards the end of the growing season, you get 3 and 4 inches of rain, you tend to end up with some stalk rots. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. We see some fields starting to fall apart. You drive down the road, you can see blotchiness in the field, whether we got some Diplodia or some Gibberella. You look back at a month ago when we were going through some dry conditions. We had some droughty areas. We also had a lot of nitrogen deficiency. We're just starting to see that pop up everywhere, and fields are falling apart. Definitely those droughty areas and nitrogen deficient areas are definitely more prone to stalk rots because we sucked a lot out of the stalk when we were trying to feed that ear, and now we got that showing up. We got wet spots now starting to show up. So, there's just a lot of fields just, I'd say, kind of falling apart in the last 7 to 10 days. It only takes 7 to 10 days for those stalk rots to enter, after a good rain like we had last week. We're thankful for the moisture for the soybeans, but the corn crop, we aren't gonna affect a lot of yield now, but we could affect a lot of harvestability. You go out there, stand next to some plants, start pushing them over one at a time, going through the field, do about 20 or 25 in a row, get a good percentage, and find the real problem areas and see what kind of stalk quality you got. Whether you should go out, get that as soon as it's down in that 26-27% range. Those are things we need to look at. We also need to keep some records on that. Whether you got Gauss's wilt, some northern corn leaf blight, some stalk rot, whatever you got out there, write it down, keep it in your head. I'm getting too old to keep everything in my head now, but take some record of that so when we look at yield maps, we know what was happening out there. And we know what hybrids to go with next year. If we had some Gauss's wilt or northern corn, things we got to watch out for. If we're going to soybeans, what are we going to need 2 years from now? We got to remember those things, especially we can't be giving up bushels now that they're only $3.5 bucks. We're going to have to make every bushel count. Every bushel counts when the price is low or the price is high. It doesn't matter. So with that, it's a beautiful weekend. I'm going to leave you with a beautiful cyclone victory, and we'll see you next week.